I'm Themistode, FightHype.com. We're Andre Rozier, one of the best boxing trainers in the world. How you feeling today, man?
What a deal, what a deal, what a deal, nephew. I'm just getting out the ring. You know we got action on May 31st, and I'm working with two athletes on the card. Of course, one of my favorites, Affandil Suicide, Homicide, the black man, Brooklyn boy. Going to come back, he's on the prowl, and he's looking for a middleweight championship of the world.
Gotcha. Could you just tell them the second fighter you're also working on that card also?
Okay, champ, his name is Oleksandr Usyk. He's from Poland. He's a heavyweight, small heavyweight, 9-0, and he comes to fight. I just started working with him like 3-4 days, and I'm very impressed by his work ethic and what he's bringing to the table. And he's going to shine on May 31st also. And before I forget, one more, Majak Zaleski, he's on the card. He's making his run at super middleweight, and you need to come on out and check him because he's doing big things and he's working hard as hell to reaffirm himself in that weight class.
Just one more thing. Where can fans catch the fight at? What venue and where is it going to be at?
Melrose Ballroom in Queens. I don't have the address, but you can find it. Just look up Melrose Ballroom in Queens, New York. Come on out. We're going to have 7 fights on the card. They're going to all be exciting, hard punching, knockouts, the works.
Gotcha. Now, gotta shift gears to the amazing fight we had this weekend between Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk. Were you surprised that Usyk was able to pull off the win?
Well, no, not really surprised. I thought Fury was going to win, and actually after the third round, it looked like Fury was getting ready to roll him. But Usyk held his ground, and then I don't know what Fury was doing. He started clowning. He started doing the Roy Jones Rooster, hand behind his back thing, and just laying on ropes. And I just was a horrible, horrible game plan in his head.
Were you at least surprised that Usyk was able to hurt Fury so badly and it seemed like he had him out of there in, I think, the 9th round?
I was a bit surprised by that. Usually Fury, he's been knocked down, but that's not the catalyst for concluding if your chin is good or not. Getting up is the catalyst, and he always got up and went and finished up his man. But I was a bit surprised, and I don't know, maybe he just didn't do enough to get ready for that, and you can't play games. He was playing games, and anybody could hurt you. Heck, a 9-month-old baby hit you in the chin, catch you the right way. You're gonna be like, what the what? So at that point in time, I was like, uh-oh. I thought he might have got him out of there. He was trying. But giving Fury back his fortitude, he stayed the course, and they went 12 rounds.
Was it the right decision? Fury feels like he won. A couple people feel like Fury won, and other people are siding with Usyk, obviously. But did you think the right guy won?
Honestly, I think he did. I think Usyk won. I was pulling for Fury, but I didn't think he did enough in the 11th and 12th round to pull it off. You know you behind. Even if you have an idea, you have to turn up the volume, and he didn't turn up the volume. He was backing up the whole fight, which I didn't understand. And Usyk, uncharacteristically, was pressing the whole fight. So it was a change of guard, and I actually liked what Usyk was doing with that because he kept Fury at bay doing it.
There is an immediate rematch. I believe it should take place around October or so. Are you expecting the same results, or do you think Fury does enough this time to pull off the win?
Well, it all depends on if Fury goes back to the drawing board and watches what went on. He's got to know he made those mistakes, playing around in the ring and showboating, totally unnecessary. And he should have been putting more pressure on Usyk. He backed up like he was a smaller man, which really got me going. I was like, what is he doing?
Where would you put Usyk in terms of all-time status? Undisputed at cruiserweight, undisputed at heavyweight. Only other man to do that was Evander Holyfield. Where exactly do you put him? Top 10, top 5, top 20, top 100?
I would have to say, you see, it's different parameters now. You could become undisputed because it's easy to become it nowadays. But
so where would you rank him, let's say, in the heavyweight division all time? Is he up there with like Ali and them?
Well, nobody's up there with Ali and them, but I would have to easily say he could be in the top 20.
Top 20 all time.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't put him like, because I've seen a lot of people say he's top 10, he's top 5, up there with like guys like Lennox Lewis, Smoking Joe Frazier.
No way. Lennox Lewis would have dismantled every heavyweight that's walking the planet right now. Honestly, easily. Even the Klitschko's, they were just better guys. And then you have the all-timers like a George Foreman. With one shot and you're out the ring.
Would you put him on the same playing field as a Mike Tyson, or is he still beneath him as well?
Yeah, I mean, he's still beneath Mike Tyson. A prime Mike Tyson. He was knocking out southpaws, orthodox, whoever. So if in their prime, I think he would have definitely went too. Mike was just all of that and some.
You know, now we have the real debate. It was really between two guys, between Terrence Crawford and Nuaya in a way for the pound for pound number 1. Now Usyk pulls off the huge upset. Where do you put him pound for pound? Is he number 1? Does he pass your man Terrence Crawford?
Nobody passes Terrence Crawford. I know he hasn't been very busy, but Terrence is just incredibly special. And he deserves his flowers big time. I mean, big time. I can't put anybody above Terrence unless Terrence falters in his next fight, which I very truly doubt he will. He'll be on his way to possibly being undisputed in 3 weight categories, which will be monumental.
Well, speaking of undisputed, it seems like Usyk's undisputed reign might be coming to an end pretty soon. In the next few weeks, or maybe the next few months, or even might be the next few weeks. The IBF might actually strip him and put the vacant title on the line for Filip Hrgović versus Daniel Dubois. Who do you think ends up winning that fight and winning the IBF title? And Joshua's supposed to be in line to actually fight the winner.
Oh, those are really nice questions, nephew. I like it. In my opinion, politics are garbage. I don't see why they would strip Usyk. The man worked. He did what he had to do, and he represented. He pulled off the major upset. But if they happen to, and Dubois and Hrgović get in there and rock and roll, I think that I'm gonna have to side with Hrgović.
Would you take Hrgović over Anthony Joshua also? Because Joshua is going to be in line to fight the winner also.
Nah, I would have to go with Anthony Joshua returning to world-class status with that one. I think his renewed confidence and being able to show his actual skill set has turned his life around, and I just can't see him faltering at this point.
Let's just say Usyk picks up the win again in the rematch. What does he kind of do, man? Does he fight Joshua for a 3rd time? Does he just hang him up? He is 37, done pretty much everything. Like, what do you think? You think his next fight against Fury will be probably his last fight?
It could be. It could be. Or he said he wanted to box until he was 40. But he's done it all. He's there. He's going in the Hall of Fame. He has all-time great status on his shoulders right now. So that's entirely up to him. I mean, it's almost like he's going to be renewing his fights by circling the guys he already fought. So I don't know. That's entirely up to him. But he's lamented his greatness, and those guys are going to have to try to beat him now because he's the man.
Is there a clear-cut guy that you think will give him, could actually beat him? Obviously, we got the Fury rematch. We have the winner of Zhang versus Parker. Joshua still lurking around. Have some of the young guys like Jared Anderson. Frank Sanchez did get just beat by Ajit Caballero. But who do you kind of view as, if it's not Fury, who is probably his toughest test?
I don't know. These young kids that are coming up, and when I say young, the guys who are under them, because he is 38, they're going to have to do a whole lot more to prove that point, because he's in control now. He's in full control. But I really don't see anything super special on the horizon for him. We have to wait and see what develops and who comes around. I mean, Frank Sanchez lost. And I was surprised at that. It's almost like he gave up. I was very disappointed in his performance. Got hit in the body, which was a side shot, and then he got doinked in the body the second time with a jab and went down. That was it for me.
When a fighter loses like that, where it seems like, you know, you said it seemed like he kind of gave up or something like that. Is it kind of hard for a fighter mentally to bounce back from that? You lose, but to quote unquote give up, is that a difficult thing to come back from?
It depends on the individual, but me myself, an athlete that wants to not regain control of a fight or regain control of their career, then they need to stop. Because now it's just like you're just there to get a payday, and that's the bottom line.
Gotcha. And just last question for you, man. In terms of Usyk, how do you keep, if he was your fighter, how do you keep somebody like that motivated? He doesn't really seem to be motivated by the money. I mean, he probably is, but you know, he seems to just like really want to fight great fighters. And Tyson Fury was the man that beat the man that beat the man, and he took him off, and he's officially the man of all men. So if he beats him again, is it kind of hard to keep him motivated to fight a guy like a Deontay Wilder or some of the other guys that I spoke about?
No, I don't think it'd be motivated because he just works hard. He has a great work ethic, and that's not going to stop. When you're at that point when you have achieved greatness, you don't want to lose greatness by a lackadaisical mentality. So I think he'll keep his gears turned up and always be ready.
Gotcha. And just officially, are you taking, if both guys have a great training camp, are you taking Usyk in the rematch, or are you taking Fury in the rematch?
You know, I'm gonna have to say I have to wait and see how things develop, because Fury ought to know how close he made that. If he didn't get knocked down, we might be talking about him winning or a draw, soundly. So it was that close.
Yeah.
So it depends. It depends on what Fury sits down and thinks about this. And if he comes in serious as nails instead of playing, it was like he was having such a good time playing that it could have cost him.
Gotcha.
I'm just saying, because of that point of view, he needs to come in full throttle.
Gotcha. Thank you, Dre. Appreciate it.
Oh, before we finish, Sergey, the technician, Dervinchenko, and Mubali in August the 17th. ESPN. Do not miss it. He will not be robbed in this one. He will not be denied in this one. He will be victorious. Let's go. Havoc time up in this house.